Russia has suffered one of its bloodiest months of the war, while Ukraine claims its biggest territorial gains in more than a year. Kyiv says 42,860 Russian troops were killed or wounded in July, making it Moscow's deadliest month since January 2025. With Russian casualties nearing 1.5 million, mounting manpower problems could put increasing pressure on Vladimir Putin to consider negotiations. Ukraine says its forces have retaken nearly 300 square miles and 26 settlements along the southern front. Kyiv claims Russian troops have been pushed back more than 7 miles near the meeting point of the Dnipro, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia regions. Rather than one major breakthrough, Ukrainian forces are using a series of smaller attacks to gradually weaken Russian positions. Ukraine is also taking the fight deep into Russian territory. Kyiv says its long-range Flamingo cruise missiles struck the Savoslayka airbase, around 435 miles from the Ukrainian border. The base houses MiG-31 fighter jets capable of carrying ballistic missiles. Ukraine says the attack caused significant damage, although the number of aircraft hit remains unclear. Another strike reached even deeper: the Progress Rocket Space Center in Samara, around 560 miles from Ukraine. Kyiv says Flamingo missiles hit the state-run aerospace facility involved in electronics production. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the strike a major achievement, saying reducing Russia's war-making capacity is essential to forcing Moscow toward peace. Ukraine also reported damage to an oil facility at Ust-Luga, around 500 miles from the border, where a fire broke out following the strike. Kyiv says the attacks are designed to directly reduce Russia's military and economic capacity. Zelensky argues that peace must become visible inside Russia through damage to facilities sustaining the war effort. Moscow responded with its own barrage. Russia's defense ministry said Ukraine had launched 1,328 drones, 17 Flamingo missiles, and 7 guided bombs over the previous day. Russia then sent 152 Shahed drones toward Ukraine, killing a 3-month-old child in Dnipro and injuring 49 others, according to the supplied report. The battlefield losses are now raising a bigger question for Putin. How long can Russia sustain the war? Ukraine claims Moscow is increasingly struggling to recruit troops and has turned to foreign fighters, including North Korean forces. With casualties mounting and Kyiv striking deeper inside Russia, the Kremlin faces growing pressure. But whether that pressure translates into peace talks remains uncertain.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.